Good morning everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setup for today. So Friday we bounced off the bottom here pretty strongly. So you can see we had a kind of a pin bar, but anyway it's a green bar and it's a fairly solid green bar. Problem is the gap down was so big. So as we gap down to in this area, we'll look at it in the lower time frames now, find some support at the bottom and then started rallying. And we kind of followed what was going on in the US markets. So at the moment on the daily, it looks like we've got a crossover of the moving averages right now. We are hovering here on the 155. Oscillators are not giving us any hope for anything at the moment. They're just hovering around in the middle. So this is still a situation where it's 50-50 call for me. We can go either way. And looking what's going on in the S&P at the moment, I think that is highly probable. You might as well just take the coin out and let's start tossing coins and see if we can get a direction. So at the moment, we do have a bit of a double bottom on our oscillators, probably ever so slightly, a little bit of divergence here. You can see there's low, lower low, low, higher low. And when you do that and then you line up the trend lines, you can see potentially some sort of a flag. But to me that's just a channel, and it's a channel off the bottom of the range. So the range bottom is down here, that's at 15,045. 1500 probably be a round number, which is where the buyers came in off. Yep, so there it is there. So 1500 is obviously the area that the buyers came in and closed the gap, rejected the gap, and then came back to close pretty much on the gap again. So for me at the moment, we need to get above structure, and we're going to have to look for the structure on the lower time frames. At the moment, the trend is definitely to the downside. There's no debate about that. You can see we are below the moving averages, oscillators moving to the upside on the hour. So you'd be looking for some kind of rejection here at the open. Now, for me, it's actually a fairly decent setup here. And somewhere in this area, so you can see there is rejection support, so resistance support there, and probably more as we go to the left, but that's also above some of the moving averages, so the 66 and the 33 EMAs, and it also breaks the channel. So to me that would be sort of the line that we need to cross. So that's the line in the sand, so to speak. So 15,300, 15,315, we're looking for a break and a retest of that for any continuation to the upside. On the flip side of that, we're looking for any rejection around here, which could mean a continuation to the downside. So a couple of things to be careful of. The first thing is that the hour trend is down, and if we look at the 3 hour, we also have a downtrend. And the oscillators are also sort of, they're not grouped at the bottom, but they're definitely pointing up, which is indicating, should be moving up to a level and then rejecting the level. So the big question is this channel going to continue for a leg down? I would prefer for it to come back down and sort of form a double bottom and a proper rejection of this area and then move. It'll give us some structure. But at the moment, there's a lot of stuff going on in China right now, which may influence Europe at the open. So yeah, I'm very cautious on the longs and a little bit cautious on the shorts. The logical thing would be to see if we can get a rejection up here at 15,300, or even see if we find some kind of structure in the first hour of trading, in that first hour of pre-market, and see whether we break below that structure for another move to the downside. But if we do get some shorts in, I'm only looking for 1500 to be tested again. If we drop below 1500 and break that properly, that's a different ball game. I think we're going to drop quite far if that happens. So it's a wait and see at the moment. We need to just wait and see if a structure forms. It does look like there was a bit of structure forming on Friday, so we've got to see if we've got some follow through on that. If we can get follow through on that, then definitely looking for the break of this range. So in other words, what we're looking for, well, not range, channel, sorry. So we're looking for a break and a pullback and a retest in this area. So somewhere between 15,300 and 15,250. So we're looking for a break, pullback, retest in this area, and then start moving up again. That would be the signal to buy into this. And what you'd be looking for is basically the top of the channel, or the top of the range, the bigger range, which is at 15,677. Any rejection here, you're looking for a move down the downside, and you can keep your stops fairly tight. Just so this would be above this red sort of pin bar here. So you should find a gap. By the looks of things, it's going to be a gap down, pull back, reject it, start rolling, give you the opportunity to be short, stop above there, and you're looking just for this area here. So not nothing massive at the moment. That's a 200-point move. So that's a fairly decent move for the DAX. Anyway, that's kind of my view at the moment. So 50-50 call. We need a break and a retest for longs, or alternatively, we need a gap down, a pullback, a rejection, and then a break below the bars before you start putting your shorts in with a stop up there, and you're looking for a double bottom formation. And after that, you'll have to wait and see what transpires. But those are the two trades I can see at the moment. Pay attention to which way we go. I think that's the key at the moment. Anyway, that's enough from me. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.